Okay, I want to do a quick demo of a new thing I've built for myself as part of my AI experimentation. First, a little background. As I've been doing vibe coding, I've been switching between two products, Claude Code and Google's anti-gravity, and often using the Gemini models. I have to do so because of limits on different ones, and I'm just figuring out the limitations and capabilities of each. One of the issues I'm running into here, though, is in even just in any one of those platforms, is making sure that the AI remembers sort of things that we've learned before and stuff. So basically, how do I give it a memory and stuff? Um, and that was becoming compounded even harder for when I was trying to basically say, great, I learned this on Claude Code, but how do I get Gemini to do this? And so I'd have to copy things between the Claude.md file and the Gemini MD file. Instead, I kind of was looking on the web, found some good articles about some external memory systems people built, and decided to build my own. And so this is what we're looking at here. This memory core thing. The idea is this is my universal memory. It contains the memory across that I have set up for rules that are like global and also project specific. So you can see how many total insights, how many active projects we're talking about, the neural growth. It's synced with Git, so that as I create new rules, it basically will sync it up with Git so that I could always pull down those rules even if I'm not, at my laptop. You can see how they break down. We've got the rules basically. They get categorized automatically and put in here and stuff. So this is the dashboard. We'll look at this in a second. If we look at the Explorer, here you can see the rules. So different, when we're looking at the rules, we can see them by sort of what categories they are. What are my tool rules that I have, versus, process rules. Likewise, which project. So global is all of them. And then, I've got these other ones that I've created and stuff. And we can go and search for it. So if I was looking for something related to, I don't know, Stitch. Yeah, there we go, Stitch. You can find the Stitch rules and stuff. Additionally, I have this kind of somewhat goofy capability of doing drilling in and kind of navigating the neural network of sort of how they're related and stuff. This obviously needs a lot more graphics work here. But you can kind of see like basically how rules are breaking down. So, I've got 15 that come from my agentic project, and 27 are part of the global memory, and 4 is part of this AI memory one. So this is something, this is all in sort of rough early state and stuff. But we also have the ability I can go ahead and delete rules. If I was if I go to my Explorer and I say, oh, you know what, I'm going to delete this rule. Yep, you can delete it permanently. I'm not going to delete that rule. If I do, then basically it'll then tell me to, sync it up with Git. So pretty cool. Pretty happy with this. And yeah, that's it. Thanks.